Hello, world. So it seems like every queer YouTuber does this at some point, so I figured now it's my turn. Here's my coming out story. Okay, so I never really came out until like junior year of high school, but that's because, as far as my friends were concerned, I was the last to know. Um, I have this homegirl that I've known since the seventh grade. We've been through ridiculous amounts of ridiculousness together. And she was like, I could have told you that a long time ago and saved you the trouble. But for me, it was junior year of high school. That's the '04-'05 year for those of you who may vary in age from me. It was the spring of that year, so it was 2005. And I was 16, going on 17. And I was in my first play at Fort Lee. Um, it was Jack and the Giant, which is a musical version of Jack and the Beanstalk. And I met this guy, and he played opposite me. His name is David Watson. He goes to VCU. We're friends on Facebook. And before I met David, I was, as far as I was concerned, straight. I mean, I had gay friends, but I didn't think that was my thing. I mean, had nothing against it per se, but I was blissfully unaware, as one may say. But the theater is a very intimate place. So, you've you're very close to people. I mean, David and I would have long talks every day in the dressing room. I mean, he helped me put on my makeup. We were close. We were friends. It was nice. And one day, I don't know what the switch was, where the knob was, but in my mind and in my heart, it went from being, wow, I really like this guy. He's a really cool guy. He's a really close friend to, I love him. I, I love him. I, I love him. Oh my God. I love him. And it doesn't matter that he's a he. I love him. And so, in a sense, at first I had to come out to myself. And as I said, I never had a problem with the queers. So, who do I go to discuss my feelings? My gay friend. Um, yeah, Dakota Hale. Lord, he's still a good friend of mine, but if you would have told me then the hell that he would have put me through, I don't know that I would have had the fortitude then to say I would do it. Not that I would want to redo any of it, because I love him dearly now, and he's a very good friend of mine, and we've grown and evolved together. But I would not have been, I would not have been willing back then if you had told me. But yeah, I went to him about David, and I told him everything because I was young and confused and naive, and while Dakota was a year younger than me, he'd been doing this for a while. He knew the ropes, I didn't, and it was fine for a while. I would tell him all my secret feelings, all my, thoughts, desires. Dakota wound up being my first kiss, you know, teaching me. And so, I came to terms with myself. I told Dakota. I told my friends in Georgia, but I hadn't told anyone in Virginia. Things got out of control when it it wound up later. I realized David and I, just as much as I wanted it to happen, it wasn't going to happen. And I fell for someone else. And unbeknownst to me, I fell for the wrong one because this was someone that Dakota had been dealing with. And what happened? Rather than coming to me like a decent human being, he decided that he would out me to the entire school. And you all know high school. Just one word and that's enough to start a million rumors. And so I didn't really like I didn't really get to come out of the closet in high school. The way I describe it is the closet was ripped down from around me, board by board.